Hello, my name is Janelle Cooper. I am an actor, director, producer, writer, educator, a mother, and the artistic director of Ellipsis Tree Collective. The only Afrocentric theater company in Western Canada, ETC was created by 5 Black women artists who couldn't find work in an arts community that would rather hire Black actors from Toronto and Vancouver instead of training and employing the talent at home. ETC was born out of a necessity to create opportunities, build a community of Black performance artists, and tell Black stories that were underrepresented on the Calgary professional stage. In the first 2 years of running the company, my 4 colleagues moved on or away to bigger cities for gigs or to other areas of the arts until there was just me. I ran ETC by myself until 2014, when me and Cheryl Fogo co-produced the Black Canadian Theatre series. 3 plays by Black Canadian playwrights that explored the Black Canadian experience. We received little in the way of grant funding and no real support from the local arts orgs outside of Lunchbox Theatre. Thank you, Lunchbox. With a small but fierce team of women to fulfill the roles I would have normally filled myself, and through crowdfunding and individual donations, we pulled together a 6-figure season that nearly sucked the life out of us. Sold out shows, standing room only, lineups out the door. Calgary was hungry for our stories, and our audiences got blacker and blacker. What a gift to finally see your experience reflected on stage by a company who knows how to tell your story. Last week, my friend and artistic director of Ghost River Theatre, Eric Rose, contacted me with a great idea. He had a plan to raise funds for my theatre company. He'd grown tired of inactive performative status updates and company promises, and he was ready to do something, and ETC was who he wanted to fight for. He told me a story about a successful fundraising drive his wife had recently participated in. He said he wanted to present a challenge to Calgary arts organization leaders on an upcoming Zoom call that we'd all been invited to attend. The call took place yesterday, and there were over 30 company leaders in attendance. I was the only Black face in those little squares. Eric praised me and ETC, the work I did and continue to do, and he presented the challenge, with Ghost River Theatre generously leading the contribution. I heard from Eric today. He had another idea on how to generate funds for the company. He offered to manage a crowdfunding page. I thought it was a great idea. He then divulged that despite receiving a few donations, things weren't rolling as successfully as he thought they would. After our meeting the day before, he'd heard from a number of company heads who had gone searching for a website and a company page on social media because they wanted to verify what I was doing and who I was supporting. What I was doing and who I was supporting. He suggested relaunching the website and updating the company Facebook page. I declined. I have a lot of artist friends, most of them white, none of whom have ever expressed disappointment or surprise at having to validate their work unless it was a funding requirement to do so. I explained that my work speaks for itself, it's all over the internet, and that I would not be justifying my artistry and efforts. I could have. It would have been easy enough to appease, wouldn't it? And any money raised would have made a huge difference in the efforts of artists who continue to create through the heartbreaking weight of this movement. Artists like Adora Nwafor, like Cheryl Fogo, like Melanie Murray Hunt, like Wunmi Idowu, like Tanaj Williams, like Simone Saunders, like Dosha Majev, like Priscilla Cherry, like Benny Johnson, like Keisha Cheeseman, like Chris Clare, like Miranda Martini, like Janelle Cooper. How many more Black artists do you have to lose? How many more integral voices are you going to ignore? This is the face of someone whose trauma has been triggered. This is the result of your institutionalized racism. I wanted you to see what it looks like. I wanted you to see what it looks like when the lights go out and the heart has to fend for itself. It's important to know what you did and have consistently done. So Calgary Arts, this is my open letter to you. Dear Calgary Arts, I will not justify my artistic existence to you anymore. My service is to other artists, my community, my people, and you are no longer permitted to use me, to tokenize me, to devalue me, to abuse me. I'm taking that power away from you. You assumed it when it was never yours to take. I relinquished it because I wanted your approval. That ends today. Best regards, Janelle Cooper.